Well, this morning we do have a special important announcement for you to know about, and so I want to spend a little bit of time talking through this one. Ministry is continuing, but time is also marching on, which means we are continuing to move forward in our leadership transition. You might remember back in 2018, we started in a 3-year process of leadership transition in the role of senior pastor. It was then that Pastor Steve announced that he intended to retire in July of 2021. And shortly after that, I was affirmed by you, the DCC body, to be his successor. Well, we are only a few months away from the beginning of the last year of that transition. But you might also remember, at the same time in 2018, we recognized the need to address the leadership transition of others on the Elder Council. There were others who were looking to retire as well, and so we began to prepare for that. And in the last year, we've appointed 2 new men to the Elder Council as leaders there. And even now, we are in leadership development with other potential elders as well. And so we are thankful. We're thankful for what the Lord has done in raising up leaders to fill those roles who will eventually step down from the council after years of faithful service. But as the elders met for our retreat earlier this year, we recognize that those older elders who will be retiring in the months and years ahead, they do offer the council some valuable experience and wisdom and insight, and their current involvement with us gives them a unique awareness of the issues that the council is facing and will face. And so we concluded that their continued input and insight would really greatly benefit the younger members of the Elder Council. And so for that reason, after much prayer and researching different leadership philosophies and structures and roles, the Elder Council is unanimously recommending an amendment to the DCC Constitution. It would be an amendment to add the office of Elder Emeritus. This office would allow for currently serving elders to transition in their retirement role to one that would give them an opportunity to stay informed of current issues facing the council, and where they could give input to those currently on the council when that was requested. It would not give them decision-making authority, but would keep them involved in shepherding you, the DCC church family. And I have to tell you personally, as we eventually come out of this COVID-19 emergency and we'll look to the next steps in the Building on Faith process, as we continue to see a transition in our leadership, including my role in taking on the role of senior pastor, I believe that this new office of Elder Emeritus will be one of great value. I think it will provide for me and for the rest of the council a wealth of wisdom and discernment and experience that I believe we're going to need as we move into the next chapter of DCC's ministry. Now, I'm not the only one who feels that way, and so we recorded some of the other elders who shared some of their thoughts on this, so I'm going to have them share through a video we're going to hope to play now.
Hey, church, Greg Foley here. Just real quick on, why I am in support of the Elder Emeritus. Couple of things. One, just in my personal growth and walk with Christ, when I look back on my life, the times that I've seen the greatest and most significant growth is when I've been able to surround myself with mature, older, godly men, and seeking their counsel and wisdom. And two particular things in the Bible also came to my mind as I was thinking about this and we were talking about it as a group. One is the example of Rehoboam and what happens when you ignore that wise and experienced counsel. And then also, Proverbs 15, where it says, without counsel, plans will fail, but with many advisors, they will succeed. And so I definitely see a huge, huge benefit in this, and really looking forward to being able to keep on existing elders who would like to serve in this capacity.
Hi, this is Chris Strong, and I'm also in support of the Elder Emeritus idea. And one of the things I see that's particularly valuable for myself is, as someone that doesn't have the longevity at the church as others, there's a lot of history and background I just don't have. Knowing some of the decisions that were made in the past and what went into them, that's really important for me. And building on what Greg said, knowing the collective wisdom that's in the room with men who've served faithfully as elders in the past, to me, that's a huge benefit. Wisdom is in short supply, and I certainly benefit from having the wisdom of those who are willing to share with the decisions we make as a council.
Hello, church. This is Zachary Davidson, and I'm also in favor of the Elder Emeritus plan. Primarily, I would say it's how it's impacted me personally by being able to walk with an elder who has had a lot more experience than myself. That's been Roger Reeves, who served on my accountability team and has also just been a real trusted advisor over the years. My growth, not only in my role as an elder, but as my role as the school administrator, my role as a husband and a father, have all been deeply and significantly impacted by my ability to be able to talk with Roger and to get some feedback on things that I'm processing. So this plan would allow us to continue to utilize those men as great resources for the really betterment of the entire church. And I think of many examples we've seen in the Bible. You've heard of a few already. I think of also Elijah and Elisha, and being able to pass off the mantle, so to speak, to somebody else, but being able to walk with them for a while before that is done. And these men are going to be able to walk with us as newer elders as we become more seasoned and more experienced, and their counsel will be a tremendous asset to both us and the church body.
Hello, everyone. This is Brett Smith, your executive pastor, and I just want to say that I am totally in full support of this, and I am unified with my brothers here that have shared for this position. I've personally benefited already from, obviously, Jerry's counsel and wisdom as our current chair, and also Jim as well as the person that I'm replacing in this role. Both of those gentlemen have been a great asset to me in my development here and joining this team. And so I am joining with my brothers in full support of this.
All right, so as you can see, this is something that is a unanimous proposal, recommendation from the elders. Really looking forward to this. Now, this recommendation does require a constitutional change, and the DCC Constitution then requires notification to the church body. So that's what we're doing now, followed by 4 weeks to give you an opportunity to ask questions or to give input. And so for the month of May, we're setting that aside as a month for you to give input for us. You can fill out a communication card. You can do that online. You can send us an email to elders@damascuscc.org. You can call the church office. But we would love to hear from you about this proposed new role. Now, in the next few days, if you are part of our church directory, if you've given us permission to put your information in that, you will be getting a snail mail letter. It has a cover letter with information about what I just said. It will also have a summary of the proposal, and so that will be coming your direction. And so we'll also make that available on our website following the service today, so that you have plenty of opportunity to make sure to review the proposal from the Elder Council.